Ever wondered how some dogs seem to follow their owner's every command with such ease and joy? It's no magic trick or secret skill. It all boils down to establishing a strong foundation in dog training. The cornerstone of an effective training regimen is positive reinforcement. This approach is as straightforward as it sounds. When your dog performs a desired behavior, they're rewarded, which makes them more likely to repeat that behavior in the future. These rewards can take many forms, from a tasty treat, a belly rub, to an enthusiastic good boy or good girl. But the power of positive reinforcement extends beyond simple rewards. It's also about fostering a relationship of mutual trust and respect with your dog. Dogs are deeply social creatures, and they thrive on positive interactions with their humans. When your dog trusts you, they're more likely to listen to you and follow your commands. And this trust isn't built overnight, it's cultivated through consistent positive interactions over time. Just as important as trust and positive reinforcement is the creation of a positive learning environment for your dog. Training shouldn't be a chore or a source of stress for either of you. Instead, it should be a fun, engaging activity that you both look forward to. This can be achieved by keeping training sessions short and sweet, mixing up the commands to keep things interesting, and ending each session on a high note. Creating a positive learning environment also means setting realistic expectations and being patient with your dog. Remember, every dog learns at their own pace. What's important is not how quickly they learn, but that they're making progress and enjoying the process. In essence, successful dog training is about much more than just teaching commands. It's about building a strong, trusting relationship with your dog, motivating them with rewards and praise, and creating a positive, enjoyable learning environment. Remember, a strong foundation built on trust and positive reinforcement is the key to successful dog training. Now that we've established the importance of a strong foundation, it's time to dive into the basics. First, let's start with the command, sit. This is usually one of the first commands taught to a dog. Begin by holding a treat close to your dog's nose, then move your hand up, allowing their head to follow the treat and causing their bottom to lower. Once they're sitting, say sit in a clear, upbeat tone, then give them the treat and share some affection. Next up is the stay command. This one might be a little trickier, especially for the more excitable pups. Start by asking your dog to sit. Then, open the palm of your hand in front of you and say, stay. Take a few steps back. If they stay, give them a treat. Gradually increase the number of steps you take before giving the treat. The come command is a critical one for your dog to learn. It can help keep them safe in potentially dangerous situations. Start this on a leash. Crouch to your dog's level and say come, while gently pulling the leash. When they get to you, reward them with a treat and affection. However, it isn't always smooth sailing. You might encounter some challenges along the way. Maybe your dog is easily distracted, or perhaps they're just a bit stubborn. It's important to stay patient and consistent. If they're not getting it, take a step back and try simplifying the process. Break the commands down into smaller, more manageable steps. Hand signals can be a powerful tool in dog training. They provide a visual cue, which can sometimes be easier for dogs to understand. For example, when teaching sit, move your hand upwards. For stay, use a flat palm, and for come, a beckoning gesture can be effective. Remember, training isn't a one-time thing. It's a continuous process that requires time, consistency, and a whole lot of patience. But the rewards, a well-behaved, obedient, and happy pup, are well worth the effort. With patience and consistency, your dog will soon master these basic commands, and that's when the real fun begins. Consistency and patience are not just virtues, they are the secret sauce to successful dog training. Wondering why? Well, let's delve into it. Imagine you're learning a new language, say Italian. If you practice it once a week, it's going to take you a lot longer to grasp it compared to practicing every day. The same principle applies to training your furry friend. The more regularly your dog engages in training, the quicker they'll learn, and the more deeply ingrained the behaviors will become. This is where the power of consistency comes in. A regular training routine reinforces learned behaviors and helps your dog understand what is expected of them. But what about when the outside world comes calling, with its myriad of distractions? A squirrel running across the path, a neighbor's cat lounging in the sun, or even just a gust of wind can turn your dog's focus on its head. Maintaining focus during training sessions is crucial, but don't worry, it's not as daunting as it sounds. Start training in a quiet, distraction-free environment, and gradually introduce distractions as your dog becomes more comfortable with the commands. Now let's talk about the virtue of patience. Dog training is not a race, it's a journey, and like any journey, it's filled with ups and downs. There will be days when your dog picks up a new command instantly, and there will be days when it feels like you're not making any progress. But remember, every small step forward is a victory. Celebrate these small victories, no matter how minor they may seem. This not only keeps your motivation high, but also makes the process enjoyable for your pup. In the end, it all boils down to this. Consistency sets expectations and reinforces learning, while patience allows for the natural ebb and flow of progress. Together, they create an environment where your dog can thrive and learn to their full potential. Remember, patience and consistency are key to building a well-behaved, obedient canine companion. Ready to take your dog's training to the next level? Let's delve into some advanced techniques. As your dog becomes more comfortable with the basics, it's time to introduce new challenges. More complex commands not only keep your dog mentally stimulated, but also further strengthen the bond between the two of you. For instance, teaching your dog to heel or fetch can be an exciting new phase in your training journey. Remember to break down these complex commands into smaller, manageable tasks to make it easier for your dog to understand and execute. Now let's talk about playtime. It's not just about having fun. Playtime can be a crucial part of your training sessions. Incorporating toys or games into training can make the process more enjoyable for your dog, making them more eager to learn. For instance, a game of tug-of-war can be a great way to reinforce the drop-it command. Next, mental stimulation. Just like physical exercise, dogs need mental workouts too. Puzzle toys, hide-and-seek games, or even a new walking route can challenge your dog's mind, keeping them engaged and alert. As your dog progresses, it's important to prepare them for real-world scenarios. This means proofing commands in different environments and situations. It could be as simple as practicing the stay command with distractions around, or as challenging as teaching your dog to behave appropriately when visitors come over. Remember, consistency is key in these situations. And finally, always keep in mind that advanced training is not a one-time event. It's an ongoing process that requires patience, dedication, and, of course, loads of love. Advanced training techniques are your ticket to unlocking your dog's full potential. Your furry friend is capable of so much more than you think. With these techniques, you're not just training a well-behaved dog, you're also fostering a strong, lasting bond with your best friend. So why wait? Start your advanced training journey today. Training doesn't end when your dog masters a command, it's an ongoing process. Want to know how to maintain your dog's good behavior? Well, let's delve into the world of ongoing training and reinforcement. It's all about integrating training into your everyday life. You don't need to set aside specific hours for training sessions, rather think of every interaction with your canine friend as an opportunity to reinforce good behavior. When you're out for a walk, use it as a chance to practice sit and stay commands. During mealtimes, reinforce the wait command, make training a part of your routine, and soon enough your dog will seamlessly follow your commands. Now, addressing behavioral issues promptly is another crucial aspect of maintaining good behavior. Did your dog just chew on your favorite pair of shoes? Instead of getting angry, use it as a teachable moment. Redirect your dog's attention to a toy or a bone, something that they are allowed to chew on. Remember, your dog isn't being bad on purpose, they're just trying to understand what's acceptable and what's not. So make sure to correct their behavior gently but firmly. And finally, never stop exploring new training opportunities. Just because your dog has mastered the basics doesn't mean they should stop learning. Dogs are intelligent creatures. They thrive on mental stimulation and challenges. Consider enrolling your dog in advanced training classes or agility courses. Try introducing new commands or tricks. Keep their mind active, and you'll not only have a well-behaved dog but also a happy and content one. Remember, training isn't a one-and-done deal. It's a continuous journey of learning, bonding, and growing together. And hey, it's not always going to be a walk in the park. There will be days when your patience is tested, when progress seems slow, but don't give up. Celebrate the small victories, keep the training sessions fun and positive, and soon enough you'll see the fruits of your labor. Remember, training is a journey, not a destination. Keep it consistent, keep it fun, and you'll have a well-behaved companion to share your life with.